Hello and good morning. Welcome to Takshila Learning and I am Himanshi and I am going to teach you science today. I hope you're doing great and staying safe at your home. So let's start, and today we'll be doing the most interesting chapter of your science NCERT book, which is chapter number 5, Acid Bases and Salts. I hope you can see the presentation. Okay, so by the end of today's class, you will be knowing that what are indicators. So have you read the word indicators or heard it before? Okay, so by the end of today's class, you'll be knowing what indicators are and how many types and what types of indicators are there. And also, we'll be knowing that what do we mean by natural indicators. So for checking your knowledge, let me ask some very quick and easy questions which we have already read in earlier grades. So the first question says, what is a acid? So do we know that? What is acid? Okay, so acid is a substance which is very sour in taste. So what can we say? So have you guys seen curd and tasted it? Yeah, so curd is very sour in taste. And if we take the example of orange juice, it is also very sour in taste. And that is why curd and orange juice is an example of acid. The second question says, what is a base? So base are the substances which are very bitter in taste. So acids were the one which was sour in taste, and bases are the substance which are bitter in taste. Alright? So some examples of base can be soap. So when we touch the soap and when we put it on our skin, we bathe, it's very slippery, right? It's very soapy and slippery. But we can't taste soap, but if we ever taste soap, it will be very bitter in taste, and that is why it is a base. So the substances which are bitter in taste and which are very slippery, very soapy, they are known as bases. The third question and the easiest one says, how to identify whether a substance is an acid or a base? So for that, we'll be knowing with the help of an activity. So now the next slide says that how do we know that a given solution is acidic or a basic? And how can we just taste it and touch it? So now the answer is here, and it says we can identify whether a solution is acidic or basic based on their properties. And what are the properties? Tasting them, touching them, and their ability to react with some other material. So now we can taste the substance, we can also touch it, but there are certain substances which we cannot touch and we cannot even taste them. These may be very dangerous for us. If we touch a substance and it hurts our skin, it can be very harmful for our skin. And if we taste it, it can be harmful for our body. So how, if we can't taste them and not even touch them, how will we know whether that solution is acidic or basic? So for that, we have indicators. What do we have? Indicators. Yeah. So there are some special substances which are used to test whether a substance is acidic or basic. And now we can see here some examples of indicators. So the examples is turmeric, which is haldi, litmus, which is litmus paper and it is available in two colors, which is blue and red. Then we have methyl orange and we have phenolphthalein. So these are all the indicators by which we can check whether the solution is acidic or basic. So now you must be wondering that with the help of turmeric, how can we identify it, right? So I'll tell you that with an amazing activity. So first, let's read what is it written here. So indicators are divided into two groups. As I told you, there are many types of indicators, right? And we're going to know today which two types of them are. So indicators are of two types. And the first one is natural indicators and the second one is synthetic indicators. If we take the examples of natural indicators, they can be litmus paper, turmeric, china rose, and also red cabbage. And if we talk about synthetic indicators, these can be methyl orange or phenolphthalein. Then we will read about some examples and also some colors which are present in natural indicators. So as we know, the dyes present in certain flowers, fruits and vegetables are natural indicators. So let's see what are the examples. So as I told you, turmeric. So we know what turmeric is, right? It is haldi and it is yellow in color. And also, when you apply haldi when you mix haldi in water and you apply it on a white t-shirt or on a light colored t-shirt or a cloth, and when you wash it next day, it won't go and it would stay on your clothes, and next day your mother gonna scold you for that. And then we see some synthetic indicators here which are man-made substances. Now natural indicators were the ones which are already available in our environment, in our surroundings. But synthetic indicators are the ones which are man-made, which are human-made, and we make them to test whether a substance is acid or a base. And as I told you, there are two most common synthetic indicators. The first one is methyl orange and the second one is phenolphthalein. So now, this example of what phenolphthalein and methyl orange colors in an acid and a basic solution looks like. So when we'll put phenolphthalein in an acid solution, it doesn't have any change. But when we put phenolphthalein into a base, it becomes purple or dark blue in color. Amazing, right? So we are doing some really amazing experiments here. And the second example, which is methyl orange, when we put methyl orange into acid, it turns red, and when put into a base solution, it turns yellowish and skinish in color. So let's recap what did we learn till now. So indicators were the substance which change their colors when we put them in a solution which is acidic or basic. And I told you indicators are of two types. One is natural and the other one is synthetic. For natural, we have turmeric, litmus paper, china rose, and red cabbage. And for synthetic indicators, the two most easiest and common examples can be phenolphthalein and methyl orange. So now we'll have a quiz for you so that we can test that what did we read till now. So are you ready? Okay, so the first question says, what are the substances that identify acids and base? Easy. Yes, it's indicators. As we read, we use indicators for acids and base. Then we have, which of the following is a natural indicator? So what were the natural indicators? I told you they were litmus, turmeric, red cabbage, china rose. So which one of these can be a natural indicator? Methyl orange is a synthetic indicator, phenolphthalein is again a synthetic indicator, and litmus is a natural indicator. So the answer for this would be litmus. Now, we'll read both the indicators in detail, but for today, we'll be reading natural indicators. So now there is a new friend of us whose name is Ria, and Ria was eating dal, and it was a yellow dal. So do you eat yellow dal, which your mother makes? Yeah, and what happens if that dal falls on your dress or on your t-shirt? As I told you, whenever we use turmeric in a dish or whenever we use turmeric in anything, and if that by mistake or by coincidence falls on a cloth, yellow patches appears, right? So the same happens with Ria, and Ria was eating dal and by mistake it heard, as you can see in the picture on her t-shirt, the dal was fell on her dress and now the yellow patches are there on her dress and she was really scared that her mother would scold her, right? So after Ria's mother washed the clothes, the t-shirt, the yellow patches turned into red. Surprised, right? Are you surprised? And do you know the reason behind it? Well, for the reason we need to do this in our homes and we need to try. But why did it turn red and why not yellow? So the dal contains turmeric which changes its color when it comes in contact with washing soda. And washing soda is a basic solution. So that is the reason, as I told you, whenever we put turmeric into a basic solution, it turns red. So now when so the dal had turmeric, right? And when that dal was fell onto her dress and her t-shirt or the dress was put into the washing soda or into the washing machine, the washing soda, which is the detergent, reacted with turmeric and as washing soda is a basic solution, it turned its color into red. And that is the reason why the t-shirt patches turn red. So are you surprised with this? And you know what? Now I hope you will, whenever you will eat dal, you'll remember that ma'am told us this and now we be very careful while eating dal and anything which has turmeric. So again, a quiz time. We already did the first question which says that how can we identify the nature of a solution, and the answer was indicators. Now the question is turmeric an indicator? Of course, yes, turmeric is an indicator. Now we come to the second natural indicator which is litmus. Now litmus is a dye which is extracted from lichens and it is available in the form of strips of paper and also solution. But we mostly use litmus paper in our labs to test whether a solution is acidic or basic. So now I told you that litmus is of two kinds, which is blue and red. So when we dip blue litmus paper into an acidic solution, it will turn red. And when we put into a basic solution, it will not have any change. And when we put red litmus paper red litmus paper into a acidic solution, no changes there, and when we put it into a basic solution, it will change into blue. The recap of the session is that what are indicators, what are the types of indicators, and what are natural indicators. So I hope you enjoy today's class, and I have some assignments for you. So these are some 3 questions which are very short answer type and you can answer them in 1 or 2 line sentences. You can take a screenshot and keep it with you, and the second slide has some fill in the blanks which are very easy and they are related to all your daily life and you can know the answers very easily. So if you have any questions you can ask me, and for any query you can contact us through our email ID.